Hello everyone. My name is Lohit Kumaredi Moram Reddy Gari. I am the project manager for Assignment 8 Project Leveling for the course INDE 6332 Engineering Project Management. My teammates are Christopher Hisley, Ehi Damian Ednoji, Rohit Roosevelt Sande, Inmayo Jack Lia, and Zoheb Ali. For our agenda, we'll look through the executive summary, the methodology of how we proceeded with the project leveling, and we'll also go through the results and conclusion. Project leveling. It's nothing but attempting to level the personnel across the project to reduce the hiring and firing costs. It's basically, we are shifting people from one system to the other. Like when you complete work on one system, instead of firing them, uh, we'll just shift them to the other system. Uh, and we can't shift all the personnel because some people will be uh, skilled people in only one of the systems. So there will be some, we can't minimize the hiring and firing costs or totally, but we can reduce it here and there. And we'll also go through the price comparison for the original project we did and the crashed project we discussed in the last assignment. And we'll look through the results for the level project in this one. Project leveling. It involves balancing the resource allocation to ensure optimal utilization of the resources. And we considered 60% of the salary for the hiring and firing, 30% for each. And the general formula we used was 30% of uh, the hourly rate times number of hours. And this is the original Gantt chart we have. As you can see, we have in the vertical axis we have the weeks, and in the horizontal axis we have the systems, and each one is color coded. Like for the hull system, uh, S is specify, O is order, R is receive, I is install, T is test. So we color coded them, and uh, we put like the personal uh, distribution across the schedule. Uh, we considered 8 hours per day and 5 days per week. And this is the original Gantt chart, and this is the level Gantt chart. Uh, Basically, what we did here was shifting the personnel across the original time frames we have taken, so that all the personnel are leveled across the system. So they won't be for one period of time we'll have too much demand for the personnel, and the other times we won't require that many personnel, so we have to fire them. And if we shift to another system, we'll have to hire them again. So instead of doing that, it's better if you shift the personnel across the whole schedule, so that there won't be as much firing and hiring that needs to be done. And this is the work distribution for the original project schedule. As you can see, for the fifth week, the personnel requirement can go as high as 214 people. And if you can see some of the weeks like 10, 12, 16, and 20, we don't need personnel at all across any of the systems. um, like there is a gap between when we receive the materials and when we install them, like that. So this can be done, but it's not recommended because the cost can be a little high and there will be too much inefficiency across the whole system. And we'll look into the level schedule in a bit. So this is what my team came up with when we leveled the whole schedule. So we streamlined the whole schedule so that there won't be uh, for one system, it will be continuous use of the personnel, so that there won't be too much hiring and firing that needs to be done. So one thing that needs to be kept in mind is we can't avoid the critical path. So we can't shift the personnel change the uh, timing of the critical path. uh, you have to keep it constant. You can change the other systems which doesn't have any major impact. Like for example, hull uh, construction of the hull is in the critical path of the system, so that needs to be constructed first before you go through any other things. So we can't change that. um, so these are the costs we came up with for the original project. The hiring cost was 8,350. Firing was 9,671. The total cost came up to 155,589. For the last assignment, we looked into the crash project. We came up with the hiring cost of 10,759, firing cost of 14,230, and the total cost for the project was 194,789. In the level project, as you can see, the hiring and firing cost has been reduced because of the streamlined process. The hiring cost is only 4,820, firing cost was 5,385. The total cost came up to 146,965. So this is the results between the when we compare the original project with the level project. The hiring cost was difference was 3,530. Firing cost difference was 4,286. The total cost difference came up to as much as $8,624. So in conclusion, we can say that the leveling the project yields benefits and reduce the inefficiencies across the system. But for that, we need to identify the critical path uh, so that the important work should be done first instead of the miscellaneous ones. Like the hull needs to be constructed first instead of like the electrical system, because if there is no hull, there won't be any electrical system for it to be built. And it will also reduce the hiring and firing across the whole schedule. And we can also we'll also have to monitor and utilize the project resources uh, like carefully, and we can basically achieve the project outcomes we set for ourselves. Thank you so much.